Hi friends, in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to create or how to block out a picture into a 2D plan using SketchUp. Let's dive into the video. Alright, the first thing you need to do is to go into Pinterest and download the file which we're going to be using for this video today. And I'm just going to head over Pinterest. Already I'm in the Pinterest, so we're going to use this file just like you saw in the thumbnail. We're going to use this file for the demonstration. So I've already downloaded it, but I'm just going to do it again just to show you guys how it works and how better it is. So just find the desired place to save the picture. So I'm going to save it in my downloads, press OK or enter. So now we've successfully downloaded it. The next thing we need to do is to import this picture inside SketchUp. So to do that, we need to go right into SketchUp, which I have already opened. So you can choose your desired template. So go to import. So when you go to import, you're going to use all types, so you can detect what you downloaded. Go to your downloads. That's why I saved mine. So I'm just going to click on import. So I'm just going to click on this origin, this point of origin, then drag it, and I can stop at any desired point. For now we don't have a definite dimension, so we're just going to stop at any definite point. So what I want to do is basically simple. Initially I would have cropped this part and so that I can get this, but it doesn't really matter because we're going to block it out. So what we need to do is to go to a particular view. So we need to go to a 2D view. So let's go to the top view. So top view is here. If you cannot see it, you can right click on this space here and you're going to see views down or up here. So click on views and you should see it. If I click on it, it disappears, and if I click view, it appears. So just go to the top view. So when I go to the top view, I need to zoom in. So what we're going to do right now is very important, so pay attention. So in order to get a desired scale or dimension, currently wants to scale this drawing because it's not in scale yet. So we need to use one of the reference here, which is a door or the stair. So I'm going to use this door as the reference here to get the desired house or building size. So we're going to press T on your keyboard as tape, press Ctrl on your keyboard, click at any point. Let's zoom in to have a proper view. Click on this point, click here, press 1 meter and press enter. It's going to show you a prompt which says do you want to resize your model? Note that components within the model that were loaded from the external files will not be resized. So click on yes. So when you click on yes, you find that it's automatically resized and everything should be in scale. Sorry about that. So let's zoom in back. So you can see that we have about 1 meter here. So it's not really having a definite dimension, so we're going to block out to make sure we have that dimension. So to do so, we're still going to use T. So press T on your keyboard. So I'm going to use this area here. Click on this area. Sorry, click here. We're going to click here. So drag this up. So we want to know the size of the building. So from here, and we want to do the same thing from here to here. So from here to here is we have about 11 meters, so we're going to do 11.5. So 11.5, that is the from this point to this point, this is the height of the building and this is the width of the building. So this is the length and breadth precisely. So we need to do this area to just left click here with our mouse and click at this point. At this point, currently just select the point you're seeing. It doesn't really matter for now. I'll tell you why it doesn't matter for now, so you see it for yourself. So we can do the width. So you drag it, sorry, you drag it from this point. Let's just use 13 meters. Okay. Alright, so it's not showing, so let's do it again. I'm just going to use from UK it's showing. It's because of what we selected. Yeah, just do 13 meters. Let's see which. Okay, it did work then, it did not. let's just do it to mistake. 13 meters. All right, that works. So we can just copy what we did here instead of, so select this, press your control, select this, press M on your keyboard, move to this point. Now press control to have that, when you see that plus icon, it shows that you are copying what is from here to this point. So we'll just select this point here and click on it. So that is that. So we should have the same thing here and here. So what we need to do now that we have the same thing here, to confirm, you can just draw this guy and you can see it covers up everywhere. You can select the face of this, double click on this, press control on your keyboard, and you see that we have the same thing here covering this point. So to continue, what you need to do currently now, you need to start blocking out, and to start blocking out is where the interesting thing gets even hotter. So we're going to start here and we're going to get this block size. So we're seeing about 3.8. if we go deep, we're going to see about 0.4, which is about 430, which is the block size. So let's just use 460. So you're going to use 0.46 for the block size for here. The same thing, you can see that is actually catering for what we have over here. So the same thing to this place too, you drag. So we're going to use, let's see, we're going to use about the block size of 430. So let's use 0.430, 43, and hit OK. So we're going to do the same thing for this point. So if you're looking at this and this, you find out that it's not really thick, but I think we're just going to use the same thing just to clarify things. So 4.430, the same thing there, and so so on and so forth. So let's do this point here, drag it up. You have about point, let's use, excuse me, let me see what I have here. Let's see, we're going to use, let me see, I think I'll just use 0.4. 0.4 seems okay for me, so I'm just going to use that. So we'll do the same thing for here, 460, and do the same thing from there. Let me see, or should we use 0.42? So let's use 0.4. Sorry, I supposed to use 0.4. I went to press 4 meters. 0.4. So that's not expected. Let's use from this grid line here. Alright, 0.4. Alright, you have it there. So you can do the same thing for this place here, just to cut off for that area. Alright, sometimes when you are doing this here, you don't really see it until you take it outside to show that, because of its picture. So when you are done, you will see all these things showing forth clearly. So you can do it from a distance just to be clear enough. Okay, you can see it sometimes appearing, sometimes also. Just don't be deceived when you're doing it, to make sure what you're working is about is very clear. So just drag it to this end, 0.4, the same thing here. So it's actually very stressful at times blocking out, but it's actually worth it, because that will help you get the model very well. Just in case you don't have the dimension, doesn't mean you are limited not to create the floor plan, the 2D plan, depending on the case. So that is just that. So we can still do some blocking out. So I'm going to use this interior here. We have about 3.7 to this end, so let's do it that. So I'm going to use 3.7. okay, 3.7 meters square. So this is the square meter for this area. Sorry, I didn't take that into account. So that's not that. So I'm just going to use a blocking out to do the same thing I did. So we're going to have about 3 meters here. Okay, let me see. We're going to have about 2.65. So let's use that, 2.65. All right, So let's see our block size here. Block size here is about so we're going to use about 225. So 0.225 for this block size to cater for that area. And this place we need to use a block thickness of 400, which makes sense. Okay, and we can actually transfer that to what we did here, or you can still, so before that we just quickly block out everything and start to show you how it works. So let's do this area. So we have about 4.1, so I'm going to use about just 4 meters from here. Sorry, I think we need to make that too. So let's just use 1 meter. It's really good to know. Okay, let's use 1.5. 1.5, is that actually accurate? Let's use 1.6. So that's how it is. So we're going to use 4. So after getting that, we'll drag it to this point here for the in to in. So it's good to equally see what you're doing and work with your tip frequently to understand it better, because that makes a whole lot of thing. So I'm just going to pause the video right now and wrap up everything and show you guys how to start blocking out. So you can see we are done marking out the dimensions for the walls so that we can block out. So this is what we want to design. So this is the plan. So what you need to do now is start blocking out. Use your R on your keyboard, or you can toggle up the your rectangle tool from the toolbar here. So you just have to drag from this place. We drag and click here. So when something happens like this, just delete it, select the face and delete it. So press R again on your keyboard, select from this to this point. So we don't have an endpoint there, so we have to add that too. So select this T on your keyboard, TR. So let's get the end of the wall. Let's get the end of the wall, very important. So drag from this point to this area. Let's look for something close. I think this point is okay. Just do it 13 meters. Alright, I think 13 is too much, so 13 is too much, so I'm just going to leave it at 2.9. 12.9 is okay. 12.9 and 12.92. 12.92. Press enter, and that should be fine, and it neatly aligns with what we have here. So to block out, we'll continue on blocking out. So from this point here, we have this, drag till this end. So we're going to keep having this. So you just have to continue blocking out. You block out this area, select delete face, drag to this point and select delete face. Alright, so we can make these guys a group to avoid those things that always happen. So double click face, alright, and make a group. Double click face, make a group. Double click face, make a group. Alright, so let's drag it again, and you find out that it's not going to do that same thing. Are you seeing it? It's not creating faces again. So that's how to avoid those things. So as we'll block out, just watch what I do. Just block out this. Doesn't really matter for now. When we are making the door, we select the definite areas to stop, or you can just add that for more clarity and precision in your workflow. You can select this and take it up a little bit, yeah, to add as an architrave for the door. So you can use R again, select this, drag and snap at this end here. So the same thing, you do to this point, you snap to this end. So I'm just going to block out everything and come back to the video. So now we've finished blocking out everything. Don't forget this part. You can actually do that on your own, just to make sure that you understood this very well. So don't forget one more thing before you finish. When you finish doing all these things, then you can now clean all this reference. You can still add them with the model which you have right now, just to make everything cleaner and smoother and more understandable. You need to clean everything to see it properly well. And we've finished blocking out this. Don't forget to make sure you have your selected areas. So we're going to select all these areas to have as a single group. It's good to group everything we have. Already I have grouped each part of this floor. We have the first floor, we have the ground floor and the first floor. So, and I'm just going to group everything in general. So I'll just select everything and right click on group, make group, so it's in the group. So that's how to go about it. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you want to see the full model of this video, I would like to see your likes, and make sure to subscribe if you've not subscribed. Make sure to share to your friends. And yeah, I just want to see how far this video goes. If it actually does well, definitely I'm going to make the full modeling course of this video. Please guys, do it to subscribe, do it to share to your friends, because it really helps us to do more videos like this every single time and every single given moment. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace. I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, love you, stay safe.